Here are two important examples on data approximation. Master skills to get success in SAT with Anil Kumar. I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. We have been serving you absolutely free for the last 15 years. Our YouTube channel has more than 17,000 videos, and the viewers are distributed in more than 80 countries. We talk about your solutions, your questions, and what you really need. In this playlist, we are discussing how do we practice for SAT. So, in the playlist, we have taken up some very difficult and challenged questions with 90% students finding it difficult to solve these questions. Now, in this video, we will see how do we consider upper and lower bound of the data when rounded figures are given to us. This type of question is very popular and is asked in many different ways. Also, it is there when we talk about some graphs approximating maximum or minimum values, especially for histograms. Now, let us see how do we answer the question at hand. We are given that x is equal to 5.4 and y equals to 2.8. Given the numbers correct to one decimal place, find the least non negative value of the difference of the two numbers. Non negative means we have to subtract from the bigger number, right? So basically, we have to find x minus y, and we are looking for the least difference between x and y for the given values of x and y. So I hope the question is absolutely clear. And these numbers given to you are only correct to one decimal place, right? Well, in case you want to learn from me directly, feel free to send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. Now, let's try to understand that when we want least number, then we are actually looking for the lowest value of the bigger number, right? And highest value of the number which is being subtracted. So, see the numbers are what? We have x equals to 5.4 and y equals to 2.8. When we say that they are rounded to one decimal place, then we can look into their possible minimum and maximum numbers, right? So a number 6.35 could be the minimum number which will be rounded to 6.4, and the number 6.45 will be the highest number. In case of y, we have 2.75 which rounds to 8, and the number 2.85 is the other extreme. Now, remember one thing that upper bound 2.85 and 6.45, which we have taken here, actually, strictly speaking, rounds to 65, right? It rounds to 65, not to this number. However, when we are considering upper and the lower bound, we do take that as the uppermost number, right? So now, since I said we want the lowest difference, in that case, what are we going to do? We are going to take the lower number of this, which is 6.35, correct? And from this, we'll subtract the higher number, 2.85, to get the answer. You get the idea. So when you do this subtraction, you get 5 minus 5 as 0. 13, you borrow 1. 13 minus 8 is 5. And 5 minus 2 is 3. So we get 3.50 as the least non-negative value, correct? So that is your least non-negative value in the given circumstances. Now, most of the time, you're given four choices. It may match with one of those. If not, then what you need to consider is that this number could be written as 2.84 to get the answer, right? So that is kind of important to understand, correct? However, 3.50 will be the answer. Great. So I think you have understood when we are approximating, how do we get the least? Now, similar to this is another question. Apply the concepts learned. We have slight difference in this question just to ensure that you have really picked up what is required to get the correct answer in the test. So now, here is a related question with slight difference. So read carefully before you answer. The question says x is equal to 6.7, y is equals to 3.5. Given the numbers correct to one decimal place as last time, find the maximum non-negative value of the quotient of two numbers. So quotient, we want the maximum value, means we want the value of x over y as maximum. Is that clear to you? So if I want the maximum value, in that case, we should look for x value, which is maximum, correct? And y value, which is minimum. Is that clear to you? Correct. So let's look into the x values and the y values. So x value is 6.7. It could be 6.75 or it could be 6.65. The y value, which is 3.5, now could be 3.55 or 3.45. So to get the maximum answer, the answer should be equal to the maximum of the x value, minimum of the y value, correct? And so we get the answer as x over y should be equal to 6.75 over 3.45. Is that clear to you? So that becomes the maximum value in this particular case, correct? So if the calculator is allowed, which sometimes is for some questions, right, you can use that, or you can just simplify this. Dividing by 5, you can actually simplify it, right? So you can divide and then get your answer. If I divide by, let's say, 5 first, in that case, we get 1. Well, both are decimals, right? So let me write first as 117 goes 3 times, 25 means 5. And 5 goes 0.5 times 6 is 30 and 45 is 9, right? So we have 69, 135, which we can further divide by 3, correct? So dividing further by 3, we can get this answer as equal to dividing by 3, 3 goes 4 times, so 45. So get rid of decimal now, right? Over 23, correct? So 45 over 23 is our answer. So writing in fraction is a valid answer for such cases. So I hope it makes sense. So with that, we come to an end of this video. If you like and subscribe to my videos, it'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best. A request from Anil Kumar. Feel free to support our channel whenever possible. Thank you and all the best.